August 12, 1853, Valley Falls, Rhode Island. Two heavy locomotives hurtle toward each other on a single track. Inside the cabins, both conductors trust their pocket watches, believing the line is perfectly clear. But in 1853, local time is a deadly gamble. The resulting collision kills 14 people, proving in twisted metal that biological time is entirely incompatible with industrial speed. The time on your phone wasn't set by scientists or the rotation of the Earth. It was rigged by 19th century railroad monopolies for their own survival. Before 1883, time didn't exist as a universal truth. It was a localized illusion based entirely on solar noon, the exact moment the sun hits its highest point in the sky. Walk just 69 miles west, and your pocket watch was suddenly lying to you by roughly 4 minutes due to the Earth's continuous rotation. A simple trip from Maine to New York wasn't just a math problem, it was a terrifying gauntlet of 4 conflicting regional railroad clocks and dozens of local city times. As the Industrial Revolution pushed locomotives to explosive speeds, this localized timekeeping became lethal. Trains were crossing micro time zones faster than human conductors could possibly calculate. On single-track lines, trains traveling in opposite directions had to coordinate passing times at sidings down to the exact minute. A conductor's watch set to Boston time completely conflicted with a watch set to Worcester time. This discrepancy meant 2 massive iron machines occupying the exact same track simultaneously. This mechanical conflict didn't just cause a tragedy at Valley Falls, it triggered a nationwide panic for a solution. The wreckage left something that would change everything. L.T. Holmes captured a daguerreotype of the twisted metal, creating what is widely considered the first train wreck ever photographed. Illustrated newspapers reprinted the mangled trains across the country, inciting mass public demand for railroad safety reforms. Charles Ferdinand Dowd, an educator from Saratoga Springs, New York, stepped into this chaos. Between 1869 and 1870, he formally proposed a standardized system of 4 time zones based on geographic meridians for U.S. railroads. Dowd wanted to conquer time. Poring over calculations for 8,000 different U.S. locations, he poured his own money into lobbying railroad executives. But instead of gratitude, he faced intense backlash from the press. Wealthy newspaper editorialists stoked public outrage. They accused Dowd of robbing them of God's time and replacing the sun's authority with a corporate clock. Even today, history is fractured. Sanford Fleming is globally credited for an 1879 worldwide proposal, but American railway records definitively position Dowd as the originator of the U.S. domestic framework a full decade earlier. The railroads desperately needed efficiency. On October 11, 1883, executives gathered at the General Time Convention in Chicago. There, William F. Allen championed a standardized time plan, and they finally adopted it. November 18, 1883 became known as the Day of Two Noons. U.S. and Canadian railroads officially synchronized their clocks to standard railway time, effectively overriding local solar time for interstate commerce. Telegraph operators frantically clicked across the nation to sync station clocks simultaneously. Hundreds of chaotic local times violently snapped into 4 clean blocks. Many believe standard time was created to help farmers maximize daylight, but that is a complete myth. Farmers fiercely oppose standardized time. Agricultural work is dictated by sunlight and morning dew, not arbitrary clock hours. This system was engineered strictly by and for railroad corporations. But the federal government eventually caught up. On March 19, 1918, Congress passed the Standard Time Act, cementing time zones into federal law and introducing daylight saving time. If you look at a modern map, time zone borders aren't the clean, straight lines Dowd originally proposed. They are heavily gerrymandered to accommodate railroad routes and economic hubs. That 19th century clash between natural time and industrial time echoes loudly today. From the Sunshine Protection Act to sterile legislative rooms, we are still fighting fierce battles over how to force our biology to serve corporate schedules. Charles F. Dowd changed how humanity measures reality and prevented countless deadly collisions, but he rarely saw the rewards of his life's work. In 1904, while walking through Saratoga Springs, Dowd stepped onto a track. He was struck and killed instantly, destroyed by the very machine he sacrificed his life to tame.